Hi, this is Cooking with Tia. Today I'm going to be making Bún Bò Huế. I'm going to start with using the noodle right here. It's actually this noodle, and it's like a large, I would say. It's a rice noodle. It's round. It's almost like spaghetti noodle. This is the noodle I'm going to be cooking, and it takes longer to cook instead of like the medium noodle. So I'm going to use that one. And for the meat, I'm going to use this beef sirloin. It has a little bit of fat and some muscles, but some people use a beef shank. You know, that's more common, but this is what I have. I'm going to use that and cook it. Then I have the pork hog in here I'm going to use, and some beef bones. This is going to be for the broth. And then for the seasoning, I have garlic, ginger, and shallots. And this is annatto seed, which makes it red, give it a really bright red coloring. It's a seed, but when you make a paste and start stir frying with this, just discard this. Don't put this in the soup. I'm going to add a little bit of MSG. We'll have fish sauce. I'm going to use, instead of sugar, I'm going to use some palm sugar, maybe a couple cubes. Then I have some red chili flakes I'm going to put in, and then maybe I'll put some chili oil. Depends if I want it spicy or not. And then the main thing you need is a shrimp paste. This is kind of a smelly, and this is what to make it for the Bún Bò Huế. You have to have this. So I suggest that you put this at the very end because it's smelly. So when you're about ready to eat, just throw it in there and then taste it, how much you want, you know, for the size. Probably a spoon's good enough, or it depends a little bit more. And then for the topping, I made some homemade shrimp pork balls I'm going to put in there. Also my homemade jalua. I made it yesterday. This is also on my other video that I made. And for the topping, I sauteed some garlic here. And for the garlic, don't burn it. If it's black, it's kind of bitter, so kind of get it a golden texture. I have some fresh chili pepper, green onions, and I have some mint. You can also use basil if you like. Bean sprout, some lime, some cilantro, and sliced onions, sweet onions I use. It's not as strong. And I also have in the air fryer, I have the onions that I baked to make it brown. I'll go put that in my soup. And here's the other one. You can use red cabbage. I have this banana blossom I'm going to cut up. I'm not going to use all, just for a little bit. It's also for the topping. And when you slice it up, it has this kind of sticky tar. And then I would soak this in water and lime to get that texture out, kind of a tar, sticky thing. Okay, I cut this banana blossom. See how it looks? I'm not going to use all of it. And then you have to hurry up and cut it and soak in water. If you don't, oxidize or whatever, it starts to turning dark, kind of a color in color. So, and put lime in it. Squish some lime in. Okay, I already go ahead and put my meat in, the sirloin, the bone pork, and the pork hog. And then I'm gonna put some lemongrass in. I'm just gonna let it boil. And then I'm gonna scoop up the scum. I'm not gonna be some people would just rinse it so they get a clear broth. I'm just gonna keep it so it's more rich and flavorful. So I'm gonna just keep scooping my scum out instead of dumping it and washing it. And this will probably take like 3 hours, probably an hour and a half to 2. I'm gonna take out the beef so I can keep it for the topping. Grind up my lemongrass. This is like 3 stalk. I don't know if I need that much. I probably might use 2. We'll see how much I have in my. Finally top it. Chop up the shallots. Chop up the garlic. Yeah, I added about a tablespoon of oil. Here's the annatto tea. I don't know how to call it. I'm going to use half of the bag. It's too much, so it's about half. Just kind of saute it. See how the red of this coming out a little bit. How's the smell? The seed. You can smell it. The spice. That's how you get that red. Also, we don't have enough. That's why I was going to add that chili oil red. But sometimes the chili oils kind of make it kind of yellowish. So this is give us that red coloring for the soup base. Okay, it's turning black. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to discard it and then put my paste in here. Hold on, let me scoop some more scummy here. Okay, I'm heating this sauce, red sauce. I'm going to put garlic, try the garlic. Be careful with the red sauce, it tends to stain. So, again, put it cooking. This is the paste. And for the shallot, I'm going to use half of it. It's a lot. I'll probably save it for later. So garlic and shallot and ginger. And ginger, there's like 3 stalks. So I'm going to use half. So maybe a stalk and a half each once. You can save the rest. No, lemongrass. Oh. Ginger. I turn it down. I forgot to put ginger in my broth. Oh, I'll add on. Hold on. That's what I forgot. Now talk about ginger. Also add ginger. I forgot to add ginger roots. I'm just going to throw in the soup there. Big chunks. Okay, ready? I'm just going to cook about half of this. We'll see. They're big, thick brown noodle. Big spaghetti noodle. Thick. Okay, I'm gonna scoop out the meat chunk here. It's been cooking about 2 hours. Cool down. I'm gonna slice it. Put that in the refrigerator. I'm gonna put my onions in. I grilled it some sweet onions. Throw it in here. I browned it because I wanted the onions, the soup to be brown, and also it's a lot sweeter. Give it some sweet. Okay, I'm gonna put the paste in that I made earlier. This is probably like a cup of garlic, lemongrass, and the shallot, the purple shallot. Finally. I'm going to add fish sauce. Let's see, that's about a spoon here. The ladle. How about 3-4 tablespoons? You can add later if you want. Let's just get started. Tablespoon of MSG, a little bit less. I'm going to use these palm sugar, probably 2 cubes. Now you can use sugar. And the sauce is not spicy. I'm going to add a little bit chili flake. Give a little bit spice. Half a tablespoon. And I'm going to add that red and sauce I had earlier. Put it in there. Try another tablespoon or so. Be careful with this. It'll stain your clothes and whatever. And then I'm going to add the shrimp paste. When you're about to eat, add this. When you buy it, comes in this wax. Don't eat it, throw that away. So I'm going to add about, let's do a tablespoon probably, or maybe less. Put it in. Okay. Let it boil for a couple of minutes and it's ready to go. I'll give it about probably 30 minutes. Give it 30 minutes. That's gonna probably be smelly. I add that shrimp paste in there. So, anything you want to. I'm gonna start plating. Start with the noodle. This is about half of the noodle that I cook. So we're probably just gonna, this probably feeds about probably 4 people, probably for half. This is a pork, shrimp. Here's the blood sausage. Just put a little bit, not like too much of this. A couple pieces. Okay. And here's the other meat, jalua, the green meat. And here's that banana flowers or banana blossom. This, just put a little bit, don't put too much. If you don't have this, you can use the purple cabbage. See? And then the onions. Slice the onions. Top it off with cilantro. Green onions. Fried garlic. Okay, that's it. I think the only thing I didn't add is the lime. We'll add later. And red chili pepper. Maybe I'll add that a little bit. Lime, wait until the soup and we can taste if we want it or not. Okay. Now it's like half of it, so I'm going to cut it, slice it, and put it in there too. And there you go. That's how it looks. Try to thinly slice it. I'm gonna taste it, see how I like it. You can always add if you want it a bit more saltier, but you should make it a little bit salty because by the time you put noodle, it's gonna lighten up a little bit. So that's good now. Okay. Stir it up. I'm looking for that pork. That one's falling apart there. I lost it. Another one. Here we go. Get a little bit red on there. More. Okay, come over here. Bean sprout, I like my bean sprout on the top. Add some mint and ready to eat.